everybody, and welcome to the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. We are on episode 312. That is so far. Oh my god, I've done over 300 of these.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, this is scary.
It's almost a year.
Yeah, you could listen to an episode per week, every day for a year. You could do way more per week. We have more than 53. It's 52. Is it 52 weeks in a year or 53?
52.
Okay. Then yeah, you could do that multiple times then. Folks, it's me, John, and I don't know numbers. That's why I write, because I just type words and then they make sense. Don't worry, though. We also have Niall on the show.
Hi, I also don't know much about numbers, but I do know who does, and that's Tigger.
That's true.
Who's in our Discord. Yeah.
That's true. Every day he posts the numbers, and they mean something. I don't think we've actually decided what they mean yet. I think they just mean what you expect them to mean. You know, like if Tigger chooses a number that you enjoy, perhaps that'll be a good day for you. Usually it's just everyone hoping that the numbers add up to 69. That's usually what people want, which, same here.
I always thought that it was like the Person of Interest show where like the magic machine spits out people's social security numbers. But it's like Tigger, and I just don't know what Tigger's connected to.
Yeah, I feel like John's original idea was just that he had power over certain numbers every day. I don't remember what exactly it was, but it's just one of John's things.
Yeah, it's
one of those things. It's something that I said while just riffing at like midnight, where that's usually just what happens. I just start riffing and things happen. Rose, you're also here.
Yeah, hi.
What are some of your favorite numbers?
This may surprise you. 13.
Okay.
48.
Okay.
98.
Those are good numbers.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, this is quite the week for news in video games. I think we've all only played. I don't know if we have too much to talk about gameplay-wise. I feel like it's mostly been news. So do y'all want to go ahead and just talk about what we've been playing real quick, and then we can just jump into the news and really dig into that?
Sure.
All right. Niall, what have you been playing recently?
I finally got to start Disco Elysium. That game came out last year, like right as my PC decided to shit itself. I got like half an hour in and that was it. So now that I've had some free time, I've decided to go back and give it a try. I've only played about like 3 hours maybe. I'm still like in the first day. But so far I've been really, really impressed with it. Like, I think the writing is really good. It's surprisingly funny in a lot of spaces. Like, the idea... Yeah, like, just the idea that, like, you can get this thought in your head that you're a superstar cop and you're going to internalize that, and now that's part of your identity is, I think, a really great thing. Like, and I think the way that it runs all its checks and, like, the way that, like, your character kind of develops just seems really, like, well thought out and really just, like, deep in a way that a lot of these kind of games don't really do. I've tried to, like, play through a bunch of CRPGs over the years. Like, I've tried Divinity, I've tried both Pillars games, I've tried a handful of others, and never stuck with them for more than a couple of hours because they're just, like, so dense, But Disco feels like it's very, very, like, focused and very tight, which I kind of really appreciate because it means I might actually get through this thing. But yeah, so far I'm just really, like, enjoying it. I don't have a ton to say because there's not, like, a ton that I've done yet. I did, like, almost immediately have the thought pop up in my character's head that, like, I need to rebuild communism, so I immediately chose that, like, yeah, I'm gonna internalize that, and I'm also, like, hobo cop or whatever, like just like throwing off the shackles of consumerism and just dumpster diving like communist cop or whatever. So so far I'm really enjoying it. I'm interested to see where it goes. Like I feel like it's playing with a lot of just themes and like social issues that it's a fine line to walk, right, with video games, because so many times when games try to do that stuff, they get it really, really badly wrong. I did appreciate that, like, you talk to this racist guy at one point and you can just, like, straight up say, fuck you, you're a racist to him. Things like that I really appreciate. Like, obviously, everybody knows from, you know, the people that have made it, their, like, appearance at the Game Awards and everything, where they stand politically, and that they're very, like, left-leaning politically, and I appreciate that they don't, like, try to dance around it or two sides it with stuff like that, you know, like, whereas so many games would try to, like, humanize people who are racist or sexist or homophobic or whatever. This game is, like, very upfront with, like, this person's a piece of shit, and while you can choose to, like, side with them, it makes, like, it very clear that if you do, you are also a piece of shit or whatever. So I really appreciate that stuff.
Yeah. I think I mean, it's consistent throughout. It's one of the few rare games I've seen that I think, like, actually, like, ends well and everything. Like, I think they cover all their bases, like, really, really in a good way. I also agree about the comedy, because I do not find any game funny really anymore. Or at the very least, it's been harder to find funny games, let's say. Because usually it's like when a humor happens, it's like how I feel when an anime is doing the same joke they've done a millionth time or whatever. It's exactly like that, where it's just like, yeah, haha. It's that Vine someone made forever ago or whatever. That's like the Thor jokes that are in movies now or whatever, like exactly like that. But Disco is, like, genuinely really funny. Like, did you get into any of the cryptozoologist stuff yet, or
not yet?
Okay.
No. Like, some of the early stuff that made me laugh was just, like, somebody, I think it was Kim, asked me my name and I couldn't remember what my name was, so I just, like, came up with one, and it was like Raphael Ambrosius Costo or something, and I was like, yeah, that's fucking really funny. Or, like, at one point, like, I rolled, like, a check that was, like, because I'm playing, like, I think it's the thinker archetype, so you're, like, terrible with any kind of social stuff.
Nice.
And there was one where you just, like, hit on a woman and he just goes, I want to have fuck with you, and just, like, that's fucking brilliant. Like, that's just so stupid, and, like, it's exactly what that character should say in that situation, and it's ridiculous. Or the whole, like, internal dialogue about singing karaoke, like, all that stuff is just really good.
If you think you can manage to do that event, it is really, really something.
I've been looking for the tape. Yeah, I really want to.
You'll find it in time. Also, like, don't worry about, like, the time limits in that at all. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Because I was initially worried about that, but it's totally fine. It's also a lot shorter of a game than you think, probably.
Yeah. Like, I was definitely, like, concerned about the time as well when I started, because I was like, this fucking body is still in this tree, and it's, like, 9 p.m, and I still haven't gotten it down yet, but it was, like, totally fine. I think it's, like, almost 10 o'clock at night now, which I think is maybe around when the day ends or something, but I got it down now, and it's like, okay, that's fine. You know, I really like all the internal dialogue stuff that they do as well, you know, just, like, where, like, different aspects of your personality are talking to you, and the way you're, like, interacting with those, I think, is great. I do think, like, it could be a little bit clearer sometimes of, like, when you're about to collapse and die or whatever, because there was one time I, like, lost all my morale on a check, and I was just like, well, I don't know why that happened. Like, this was, like, a roll that it said was medium difficulty, and I did it, and now it's game over. And, like, that stuff, I feel like they could maybe signpost a little better. Like when I first tried to play it when it came out, just before my PC died, like I died like 3 times in like the hotel room you started because I kept trying to take down the like
did you choose like low health?
On this. Yeah, and so like I kept having heart attacks and dying trying to reach up and pick off a tie. But yeah, I've really liked what I've played of it so far. I'm excited to play more of it, and knowing that it's like maybe at most 20 to 30 hours is like very like comforting in a way, because I don't have it in me to play an 80-hour CRPG ever.
Man, the biggest thing about Disco Elysium is I think like I've never been a big CRPG person, but it absolutely ruined me ever playing any other ones, I think. Like, ever. Like, I think so. The writing is just so spot on, the way they're able to present their narrative and like have action and stuff like that without combat.
Yeah, it's great.
It's like it's the highest bar I think I've seen in that stuff. Like I'm really impressed with it when I played it. And just like politically, like you were saying before, like they do stay true to their ideals, I think, and I think they have a really like good way of discussing like what it is to be a communist, let's say, in 2020.
Sure.
And like I think also part of their thing that I feel like a lot of criticism I saw of it going into it doesn't take into account that they are Eastern European. They're based in the Ukraine, I believe, or where was it? Estonia, I think that's right. Yeah, and it's just like there's very specific characters towards the end of the game that are like clearly based off of like real life, like depressed old communists or whatever, like who are from that era, and it's like like those characters through an American lens, I feel like most people were just like, oh, well, why are they so somber or whatever, but, you know, or whatever, like, whereas it's like, no, like, you have to consider, like, those people are real, they're out there, like, they lived through it, like, we didn't really, over here, like, have anything like that. It's a whole different perspective. I feel like that was something I really liked about the game, was just having, like, that specific perspective, a perspective, like, you don't see in a lot of, like big hype media, let's say. It was really nice to see.
Yeah, not a lot of like Eastern European stuff that deals with those topics in that way. Like most of the games I feel like that come out of there that even brush upon that are very like militaristic in a lot of ways. Sure. So
yeah, like Stalker and stuff, right? Like
Stalker, Tarkov, stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, it seems really good. I'm excited to play more of it. So, yeah. I totally get why it won so many of our awards last year.
I'm inclined to agree. It was extremely funny because I know this is kind of a weird thing to say, but like a big reason why I upgraded my PC was pushed by Disco Elysium. Like that game did not seem like it was that much of a powerhouse, but my old computer could not run it. So I was just like, okay, if I can't play this on my computer, I need to upgrade. But only a week or so, maybe like a week or two after I got my new computer, they put out an update that was like, oh, well, now you can run it on way older stuff, and we're going to keep working on it so it'll be able to run on like toasters. And it's like, that's awesome. That's really cool. But also, goddamn it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice that I have. It's nice that I still have a better computer, but still, it is very fun.
Yeah, yeah. And they're also like paying people to translate it now, like paying fans that have been translating it or whatever, which is great.
Yeah,
yeah.
Which is again, I feel like them sticking to their politics.
Yeah, I think like I remember them saying like the big reason they didn't have any translations besides English when like it first came out was because like that game has like, I think they said like 1 million something words or something like that. And it was just like the idea of like we were just going to end up pushing this fucking game release back if we waited for anything. So it was just like, yeah.
It's very understandable. And at the very least, they are sticking to their guns and they're supporting people that are helping them. So it's, you know, it's a community effort, much like how communism works. Everyone's got to work together.
Mm-hmm.
Rose, how about you? What have you been playing?
Nothing really. I've been playing two games, I guess.
The
Mhm.
sequel
Yeah, I'm playing Halo 2 Anniversary.
that came out on PC.
Yep. And I knew very little about the Anniversary version of it because I do not have an Xbox One. So my brain sort of shut off any information.
Mhm.
And the Halo 2 is probably the Halo game I played the least in my youth. So it was like, it's very refreshing to play it now and realize that that game is fucking crazy and good, even though it's like very clearly unfinished for the time. And I mean specifically, and this is just it. So, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game's like, it feels like the most direct response to Halo 1 ever. Like looking at it now, like the way that like the legendary in that mode, the legendary difficulty, which I usually play on in Halo, I did not play on in that game because it's like a nightmare. It's like Kaizo shit, where it's just like, yeah, instead of like, you know, having smarter AI, we just replaced all the grunts with hunters or something like that. Like it's just like, okay,
Sure.
that's a choice. And like if you do it in co-op, if anyone dies, you restart from checkpoint, which is not very fun. But also stuff like the pistol's really weak in that game comparatively. The shotgun's
fucked
really
up.
weak because again in Halo 1 those were like the two weapons anyone used. And I think it's like really good that like it's one of the most tangible like stepping stones I can see, like knowing that knowing what Halo 3 is because it exists now, and like knowing like all the games afterwards, like how Halo 3 is very much them like going like, okay, we didn't need to go that far. Okay, this system was cool, but let's fix it and like really make this rounded package that I think was a lot better. But that said, like I really like how crazy experimental Halo 2 is. Like they basically have two campaigns that play completely differently, and that's really neat. It's genuinely funny. Also, like I realized very quickly as I was playing that I knew every single line to that campaign, which was fucking me up because I only played it like 3 times. But it was very memorable. Just Sergeant Johnson's a real fucking funny character. And also Master Chief just does sicko mode shit all the time, which is very funny. Like when he does the famous the giving back their bomb thing. That's great.
I've been playing Halo 1 on PC recently. And yeah, I came to really appreciate the characters in that game as well, just at the very least Master Chief and Cortana, because like Master Chief is very much just like that stringent, like military gung-ho, like just yes sir kind of thing, but Cortana's a really good like bounce, like they're really good to bounce off of each other, because like there's a scene where when you get into like the Halo control room where Cortana's like going through the files and all that, and she's like really excited to see all the Covenant information, and Master Chief's just like, we gotta continue the mission, just tell me what I need to do, and like tell me what I need to smash, basically. And she's like, all right, you barbarian, jeez. Like they have this cute dynamic of her being like, it's very much just like a strong beef head with the smart, like I'm like hacker kind of character, basically. But it's a fun dynamic, and it's cute to see in a game like this. They work together really well, and like I would love to see. I hope to see more of that as I go. Because I played 3 and Reach and a little bit of ODST, and those are the only ones that I've actually beaten. I've beaten 3 and Reach, but I definitely want to beat all of them now, because like just playing 1 is fun. Like 1 is like there's definitely, again, you know, it's interesting to see the stepping stones, because I'm playing 1 and there's things that like I remember from playing 3 and Reach and all that are not in this. Like I was stuck on, well, quote unquote stuck. I kept trying to hijack a tank, and there's no hijacking in that. You have to get into something that's empty already.
And then 2 has like crazy hijacking shit. Like they let the enemies hijack you, which they don't really do later that much. Like every enemy you run into, and like Marines are just like fucking stealing ghosts from enemies and running around, and it's like, what the hell is going on? Like that dude's just like skating everywhere. This is fucked up. And Halo 2 has dual wielding, so you know.
It does. So yeah, I'm excited to get to 2, and then I'll probably replay Reach after I do those 2, and then I guess I'll just be waiting for 3 and ODST, because those are both coming out. They both have the little, like, they have the, like, grayed out images there. So I'll play those when they drop on PC.
Is also going to be there.
4 as well?
Yeah, 4 is going to be there also.
Okay. I mean, I'll give that a go. I remember trying 4 and not really loving it, but
the campaign's fun, at least. That's what I remember. The one thing that's been like really interesting to me about Halo 2, and I guess Halo 1 did it too, but like on Halo 2 in the Master Chief Collection is like when you go to the multiplayer, you can play like Anniversary or normal Halo 2 multiplayer. Like you can just play straight up original Halo 2 multiplayer. Which is cool. But the Anniversary stuff's all like Halo 2 physics and everything on really high definition maps, and it fucks me up really bad because like the sounds are also like Halo 5 sounds and stuff, so it's just like, oh man, what the fuck.
It's messed up.
My favorite thing from those games is that it was really cool when they did it on the Xbox 360 with the Halo 1 remake, but like the fucking button you can just press to switch between the new and old graphics like on the fly is so cool. Like
it's very fun. It's pretty funny too, though.
The Halo 2 ones are so fucking funny because they have these super all the cutscenes are pre-rendered in the Anniversary one, and they're like fucking high, like really high budget ones, and you just grab that and then you switch to the fucking shitty models. Like at the beginning of Halo 2, they're like torturing the Arbiter in front of an audience or whatever. And if you're watching the original, if you're watching the remake version, there's like bleacher, there's like basically like crowds and crowds, like hundreds of people all watching this happen or whatever, hundreds of grunts and stuff or whatever in the audience, like all cheering and stuff like that. And then you switch to the original graphics and there's like 8 grunts on a bench just like watching. It's really fucking funny. Like it's wild.
That's fun.
Yeah, Halo's fun. Halo's a good game.
It's very good.
Yeah.
That's kind of all I've been playing. So
okay.
I'm not gonna have a turn. Are there any other games that we've played, or is it just news? Rose, do you want to talk about your other 2 game?
Yeah, my other 2 game is Neo 2, which I picked back up after the FF7 remake took me away. And it's great. They that game apparently just sold 1 million copies or something, so they just updated it today with a photo mode and like a couple like fun new missions or something. I don't know, just for free. The photo mode's great because I've been wanting that, because like any game where you can make your own character, you know, that's what I want.
Sure, of course.
As opposed to like a lot of the games that implement photo modes where it's like, why does Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order have a photo mode? I don't want to take photos of Archie. I don't know, like but yeah, and like in this it's great. Like they have like all the standard stuff, and it's great. I can finally take screenshots of my stupid samurai. I think like Neo 2 is just really smart still. Like that's what I said originally. Like it's the first sequel I've played in a very long time where I feel like they actually just did a step up of the original. Not like didn't radically change anything, just made it better. It's really good. Also playing that and then seeing the Ghost of Tsushima stuff made me think the Ghost of Tsushima looks really bad, but
yeah, I don't know about that game yet. Like I still feel like it's because it's a Sucker Punch game, right? Yep. And like I feel like they, as a studio, have produced enough good stuff that I'm like willing to give it a chance, but nothing they've shown has like given me any faith in it either, you know? Like it's that weird, like I think like they know what they're doing usually, but I don't know about this.
I think part of the problem is Sucker Punch has made like one game is the thing. Like they've made like one type of game for like the last like 15 years, I think. Have they made anything other than Infamous and they made one other thing.
They made Infamous, Sly Cooper, and fucking Rocket Robot on Wheels for the N64. That's all I know.
But they didn't make anything recently? Like I feel because there hasn't been an Infamous in a while.
No.
I feel like there was something. I
This
might be
is
mixing
the
them
first.
up. Yeah.
This is the first thing that they've made since Infamous, like Second Son and
Really?
First Light. Yeah.
First
Wow,
Light.
Yeah.
it is. Geez, 6 years on this, huh? Wow. Okay.
Guess so.
They've only made Infamous games for like the last 10 years, so I don't like that's fine, but also like I don't know about y'all. I would be happy if I never had to play another open world game ever again.
Yeah, I think like after playing Final Fantasy VII remake and that thankfully not being open world, I was like, yeah, just give me something focused, please. Like, I don't need a million fucking Ubisoft logos all over the map or whatever, you know? Like,
Yeah, like I was
who has the time?
right. Like that's the thing that gets me. Like anyone, like anyone. Like I used to think like, oh, maybe it's just I'm older or whatever. But like I don't know. Like kids don't want to fuck around with that. They want to do stuff with their friends. Like I don't know. I don't know what the heck this is for. And plus, like the audience for these games is like the prestige adult or whatever. Anyway, so it's always like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I was hoping this game would be like Assassin's Creed, I guess. Like, but it's like the bad Assassin's Creed instead of the like I wanted the old style Assassin's Creed where it's like quote unquote open worlds, but very like, you know, like insular and like a small scale, like
Sure.
like Assassin's Creed 2, you know, like where you're going around all the districts and stuff like that or whatever, like, and it's more focused on like going through alleys. But this is not going to be that. This is just wide open spaces of nothing and then a house where you kill 3 men and then you go to another house. Like,
you see, it looks so beautiful though. You get to see all the like flowers in the field.
that's great. That's how I feel like all these games just end up selling, is because people go like, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. I don't know. I'm so tired of open world games.
No, me too.
What's like the last one I enjoyed? Assassin's Creed Origins, maybe. And then I don't feel very positive about Odyssey.
Honestly, I'm thinking about it, and like the last open world game I'm thinking about, I'm trying to think. Like it might straight up be Witcher 3. That might be the last one that I
That's
really liked.
That's a good one.
I mean,
yeah. Maybe Spider-Man. That was pretty good.
Oh, Spider-Man was alright.
Spider-Man, yeah.
Although Spider-Man, you're barely interacting with the open world because you're just kind of swinging around.
Yeah. That one is an open world by like necessity in a way. It's just like, yeah, we need to give you a big place to swing around, but also there's just a couple of quests and stuff. Whatever, go nuts.
Yeah, and I wouldn't really like put Yakuza in with those kind of games because they're so small in scale.
Yeah. I just thinking about like the recent big open world game. Like I did not like Horizon Zero Dawn. We did not like Red Dead Redemption 2.
No.
Like I'm trying to think about like all the recent Bethesda stuff has been
bad, yeah,
real bad. Really did not like Fallout 4.
Yeah,
I mean, people like No Man's Sky, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I would call that an open world game. Really, like that's such a different thing. I didn't play enough God of War to get into the open world section of that.
Oh right.
I thought Horizon was alright, but I forgot everything about it the minute it ended, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't really think of any other open-world games that have been really good in the past few years. Like, they've all... Like, I feel like this generation, especially after Watch Dogs, like, every open-world game became kind of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they all stopped taking risks, and, like, everything just became, here's your story missions, and then here's just like some dots on the map where you do the same like 3 activities over and over again. Like, yeah, I don't think there is a good one that's like in the last few years, honestly.
I'm like that. I know enough people who like them that those State of Decay games are at least doing something different. I guess I would say, like, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, I really liked Vampire, but I don't know if I'd call that an open world either. I mean, it kind of is, but it's kind of level gated as well. Like, it's, or not really level gated, but like, you know, when you go in somewhere if like you shouldn't be there yet.
Yeah.
And love Final Fantasy 15. Yeah, Not an awful lot of good ones that I can think of.
Hmm.
Maybe The Witcher is the last really good one, which is a good one to go out on, I guess. 'Cause
I like-
it's
Yeah.
arguably...
Yeah, nothing has taken like lessons from that. It's insane to me. Like nothing.
Yeah.
Like, man.
I mean, Assassin's Creed kind of tried, right? With
Yeah.
Origins and Odyssey.
Yeah, Origins is like good. I really like Origins, but like at the same time, I feel like I would have liked Origins more if it was more like Assassin's Creed 2, probably.
Sure, right.
But like also like I feel like at least with that, like you could tell like the level of like care that went into making the map itself, that it felt like when there were empty spaces it was intentional, unlike with like Red Dead Redemption 2 where it's like, yep, there's fucking nothing cuz this is art, quote unquote, or whatever. Like whereas like yeah, there's a lot of empty space in Egypt. Of course there is. Like that's just the nature of what that was like in that time period. Like
sure.
But yeah, and even then they still came up like there was always like villages everywhere, like there was always rivers and greenery, which is not something that most Egyptian games like to use, even though it's really there. Like
yeah.
And then Odyssey's boat, just in a boat all the time.
Boat.
Boat.
Folks, there was a lot of news this week.
Yeah,
there was. A lot of stuff happened.
Keeley activated. he turned into a being of pure shilling and was just like, all right, everybody, I'm here with 300 million different people and we're going to show off these games. Folks, let's start off with probably one of the cooler announcements. Well, hopefully cooler announcements. There's going to be another remaster of Tony Hawk 1 and 2.
Yeah. And it's not really a remaster, it's like a straight remake.
Yeah.
From the sounds of it, as opposed to the like one that Robomoto did a few years ago where it was just like closer to a remaster, I guess, where they... Although I guess that was kind of a remake as well, actually, because they were making all new assets and stuff, so... But yeah, this looks a lot better than the Robomoto made one did.
Absolutely.
Like, this looks like they kind of know what they're doing, which is a nice change.
Yeah, so this is coming from Vicarious Visions, who recently worked on the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy. I think they also worked on the... I don't know if they... Because Toys for Bob did the Spyro one, but I think they helped with that. And I think they also might have worked on the Crash Bandicoot kart game. I'm blanking on the name.
Crash Team Racing. I think that was Beanox. I might be wrong.
I think they helped with it, though. I think they've been helping with a lot of these things.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
But they specifically mentioned that people from Neversoft worked on this, that they're working for Vicarious Visions now. And they also mentioned that, oh, hey, we're the team that made those Game Boy Advance ports of Tony Hawk games. And those Game Boy Advance games, those GBA games are pretty good. Those were pretty good games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a remake of the first two Tony Hawk's Pro Skaters. They said that they are bringing in like all the characters, but they like rescanned them, so they're going to be like all the characters in their 50s now. Well, I guess the skaters, I should say, not just characters, because hey, they're real people. But yeah, we got like 50-something-year-old Tony Hawk in there. Still skating though. He's still doing it, so it's still realistic in a way.
Yes.
Yeah. But they said that they're going to have all the original levels, all the old tricks, but they're also going to bring in like newer stuff from the later games, like I think like reverts, they said specifically.
Yeah, that's the big one, because like reverts and manuals are like the two things that you mostly use to like keep combos going, and especially like if you've gone through the Tony Hawk series, like going back to one of those games and playing without reverts is really hard. Like because you get into a rhythm of landing and going straight revert and then up and then down revert, so like not having that would have been worse than having it. Like it kind of like there's a part of me that's like, well, those levels weren't designed with the revert in mind. Like, I wonder how it's going to work, but it should be fine. I would imagine it'll be fine.
It sounds like that they're touching up everything, so they
Yeah, it
might
looks like
even
it.
be they might be touching it up to make those tricks work better. Um, they also mentioned just like lip tricks and wall plants and all that.
Yeah.
They have a quote unquote large majority of the original soundtrack. They actually
They do?
they listed out what is in it because they just like released a Spotify playlist of what's in it. Let me see. I think there was
it's all the big stuff. It's, Superman by Goldfinger, the Power Man 5000 song, Guerrilla Radio from Rage Against the Machine. Like, all the stuff that you like think of when you think of those first two games seems to be on that soundtrack, which again is fucking great.
Yeah, I think that there is a list of what is not going to be in it. I think someone took that. Let me try to load it up if my computer will friggin' load it. Hang on. Alright, it's not. Alright, I'll get back to that. But yeah, it seems pretty good. They said that there will be Create a Park and Create a Skater, local and online multiplayer. If they get the feeling of this game right, I think it'll be a pretty big deal. I hope they get it right, because, hey...
I hope so. Yeah.
Tony Hawk games are good.
Yeah, there's some footage of it going around on YouTube at the moment, and, like, it certainly looks a lot better than the last one did. Like, when they showed off 5 at E3 that year, like, you took one look at it and you knew immediately, like, oh, this is... like a disaster waiting to happen, and I don't get that impression with this. I feel like it looks right. It looks like everything moves and has the like physics and control that you would want. So fingers crossed. Like, I mean, they certainly seem to care about it this time, whereas with like 5 it was very obviously like being treated as just like a thing they seemed to have to do to like honor a contract with Tony Hawk or whatever. So it seems like they've figured out that like, okay, like people actually want this. People have been bothering EA for the last 4 years to make a new skate game. What if we did this and did it right? So yeah, fingers crossed. Like, I'm optimistic that it's going to be good, which I certainly wasn't the last time they made one of these.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I think it's like a $40 game normally.
Yeah.
And then there's like $100 special edition that comes with a skate deck, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I think they're doing the thing where if you pre-order it, you get a demo, which that kind of sucks. They should just release the demo by itself so people can actually get their hands on it, but I bet they might be a little skittish because they don't want people to get pissed and then not pick it up, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see about that. The other thing that Mr. Jeff Keighley revealed was Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
Which was just mostly a bunch of techno jargon. They made it sound like they were trying to make it a bit easier to like just map textures. They showed off what was apparently the first like quote unquote gameplay on PS5 there. Because they showed like a tech demo, but then said, oh, this is playable, and it's running on a PS5. So, I don't know, it looked like a high-res game. It looked like something. I don't know. I mean, I'm very much not one of those people that cares about resolution. I just want to, if the game runs well, as long as it's not like dipping FPS like crazy. And then other than that, I don't really care too much as long as if it looks interesting, that's a plus. If it's just going to be brown walls, stones, you'd be like, okay,
That's one of the things when I was playing the Halo 2 anniversary stuff. The anniversary maps have like really nice redone ones of original stuff, but they also have a few that are made in Halo 5's Forge mode. And they look like complete shit. Like, it's all brown and gray, and, like, I know, like, one of the main criticisms about Halo Reach was that they have too many Forge World maps. Those are at least, like, green and blue and, like, silver, stuff. Like, this was all like really clunky, like high definition rocks shoved into each other. Basically, it did not look great.
Mm-hmm.
Very tired of like brown. I think. I know that's like the most game thing to say of all time, but like I'm very tired of the brown.
God.
I feel like we've largely moved past games being entirely brown now, so
Yeah.
hopefully that continues. I don't know.
I mean, we did just have Red Dead 2.
We did.
Ugh.
Well, I guess that's going to be what people are going to be using. I think they said that on the first $1 million that you make on a game, Epic isn't going to be taking any royalties for using the Unreal Engine, which is pretty cool. And they also said that Fortnite is going to be a launch title on PS5 and Xbox Series X, and it will be moved to Unreal 5 sometime next year. So that's the news for that.
How do you think Square Enix feels after they just got all of their IPs moved on to Unreal Engine 4?
Probably pissed.
Yeah.
Probably real pissed, yeah.
Like, it's not just Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is the one to be like, oh god. It's like, also Kingdom Hearts 3 is on Unreal Engine. So like, the next Kingdom Hearts probably was planned to be on that. Like,
I wonder how easy it'll be to upgrade, because they seem to be really pushing the ease of use on this. So I wonder if there is some sort of like pipeline to get that upgraded. You would hope.
There usually is, I think. You hear about games doing it relatively often, so I'm sure it's not. Yeah. I'm sure it's not doable. You know, like I'm sure you can do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess we'll see. What can we talk about next? There was the official announcement for EVO 2020.
Oh yeah, EVO Online.
So I mean, I think we kind of knew about EVO Online for about a week now, but they announced exactly how it was going to go down. It's going to be taking place over 5 weekends? Yeah, 5 weekends over the course of July. And the previously announced games that are going to be playable are Dragon Ball FighterZ, Grand Blue, Samurai Showdown, Soul Calibur, Street Fighter, Tekken, and Under Night. But they cut Smash Ultimate, and they're not doing Marvel. They basically said that these games are going to be special exhibitions and content. So they're not going to have open tournaments like they normally do. For those games, they're just going to have like exhibition matches and maybe like announce DLC. But there will be open tournaments for 4 games that actually have good netcode, and that's Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat 11, Skullgirls, and Them's Fighting Herds. So you got 4 quote-unquote smaller games. I mean, Killer Instinct is an older game. You know, I wouldn't call that small, but it's an older game. MK was doing its own thing. That one's not really small, but Skullgirls and Them's Fighting Herds finally on the main stage. That is really wild.
Them's Fighting Herds just came out, right? Like
well, yeah. It's been in early access for a while.
It just hit 1.0, yeah.
Okay.
And I've heard good things. I mean, it uses the Skullgirls engine, so I don't know if it plays similarly, but I mean, at the very least, it was built on the Skullgirls engine. So I mean, that's a real good place to start. But you know, I'm glad that those games are getting their due, and I'm glad that there is going to be something for EVO. It's pretty funny that Smash Ultimate is not even on here anymore, because Smash's online is really bad. Like some of these other games, they also don't really have great netcode, but Smash has real bad netcode, so I don't blame them.
Weird that a Nintendo game wouldn't have great online functionality.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Fucking. Do you have anything more to say that before I go off on a little tangent, or? No,
that's pretty much it. I mean,
okay.
They said that they're going to announce when signups are going to be available for those online games, but otherwise I think it's going to be just like invitation for those like, Street Fighter and all that shit. That's it.
I was just going to say I'm getting fed up with all the bullshit in Animal Crossing. Just like,
Yeah.
the online is so bad. The idea that you have to pay for what they are offering there is insane to me. Like,
It's really bad.
the amount of times where I just like, it's like, wow, I just sit here for 5 minutes while someone tries to connect to my town or whatever, like, and then you better hope they leave the right way or their save data might get deleted is like, cool. It's bad. The fact that
I had...
Yeah?
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I had no idea that, like, if you didn't leave the town in a certain way, you might lose all of your save data.
Yeah.
Like,
So they have 2 ways to leave, 3 ways to leave. One is the host hits end session, and that just kicks everyone out all at once. The second is that you go to the airport and you ask to leave. The third is that you hit the button on the bottom that just says leave quietly or something. And that's like, you can do that from anywhere without going back to the airport. You can just leave. But if you do that, sometimes, like, 2 things can happen. One, randomly, and this has mostly happened in Japan, there's been very little reports of it in America for some whatever reason, but like, your save data can just get corrupted and you lose it. Or more likely, you just straight up lose everything that happened while you were visiting that town.
Jesus.
Because it doesn't prompt an autosave when you leave quietly. Whereas it will save if you do the other 2 options. It's really fucking stupid. I don't know why they made it like that. I also don't know, like, they require a subscription for you to even, like, download other people's clothes that they make. Which is, like, very cool and very normal.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you have to use these stupid fucking friend codes that they have, a second set of friend codes for that. And it's like...
Oh, it doesn't just pull in, like, the regular friend codes? There's, like, a different one for Animal Crossing?
Just specifically to access the clothes and stuff, yeah.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, you have like a creator ID that people can look up so they can look at your clothing designs.
But, like, unlike you might expect, like most games that have something like this, you can't just browse clothes or patterns or anything on there. You just straight up have to know the code that someone has, and then you can only view the stuff that they have. It's really fucking stupid. It's really bad.
It's like mind-blowing that it's 2020 and Nintendo just refuses to even try to, like, modernize their online services in any way.
And they started charging for it too. Like, at the very least, like, PSN was complete garbage, like, before the PlayStation 4, and it's still not great, but it definitely got better. Like, it works, like, when you need it to, it works. Like, that's the bare minimum. And Nintendo's, like, 90% of the time, it does not even work. Like...
Yeah, like, I feel like that's the kind of shit you would not even, like, have to deal with in, like, the 360 era or even the Xbox PS2 era. Like, that's, like...
Dreamcast.
Rudimentary, like, like, you could see having to do that, like, on a PC game, like, 22, 23 years ago, like, not fucking on a modern console in 2020.
Yeah. I really don't know, like, what their problem is. It's like little stuff like that, and, like, just their, like, refusal to have, like, meaningful quality of life changes, like, a lot of the time, like, in any of the things that they make, like, really just, like, death by 1,000 cuts over time with their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's annoying. It's really annoying. They could be doing a lot more to fix their online. And speaking of the Switch Online, there's at least some small semblance of goodness coming to the Switch Online. They announced their next update for the free NES and SNES games that you get with your subscription. They're pretty good ones. They're really good, actually. So they're only adding one NES game, but it is probably one of the better NES games, one of the ones that holds up the most in 2020, which is Rygar. It's a pretty good, like, side-scrolling action game. And then for the Super Nintendo, they are adding Operation Logic Bomb, which is a top-down, like, twin-stick shooter. That's probably the weaker of these games. They're also adding Wild Guns, which is a really solid game, and Panel de Pon, which outside of Japan you may know as Tetris Attack, but they are putting out the Japanese version. So this is like the one with lip. If you play Smash, you know the like flower that if you hit someone with it, it puts the flower on their head. That is what it's from. That the fairy in that game has that flower. It's Lips Stick. So yeah, they're bringing that game over here, which again, like we have been able to play it. Like they released it as that like there was like the Tetris Attack with all the Yoshis, but this is the original version, and I think it has like it's gonna have online multiplayer, so that's pretty cool. That's a pretty solid addition. I mean, it sucks that these additions are so fucking slow, but at the very least, this time they added some really good games.
Look, it's hard to upload ROMs of 30-year-old games.
That's my thing about these, is like, it's cool that they're adding it, but then it's also like, this stuff should be free. I'm sorry. This should just be fucking free. Like,
it should. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Now, do you want to talk about the dumbass bullshit that's been going on with one of the quote-unquote new Battle Royale games that has come out recently?
Oh, God. Yeah, sure. So, The Culling was a game, it was like one of the first Battle Royale games. It came out like before PUBG even, in like 2016 or something like that on early access, and it was like, relatively popular. It wasn't a huge game by any means, but it had like it was a moderate success, and it had enough of a community that it could keep itself alive and everything, because it wasn't 100-person game, it was like 16, so it was, a totally manageable thing for a smallish game. And over time, they apparently drove away most of the community, made a lot of changes that the community, I guess, didn't like or perceived as greedy or whatever. And then they shut it down about 6 months after it came out of early access because by that time PUBG had come along and had gotten really big. And then they really quickly released The Culling 2, which was like a real Radical Heights situation of, we're going to straight up rip off PUBG and we're going to try and build this really, really quick. And it's going to be broken and barely functional and missing a lot of stuff. And so they launched that a few months after shutting the original down. And within, I think it was 48 hours or something, the player base had dropped to single digits. At best, it was maybe in the 100 to 200 range when it launched. So it was a real big failure right out of the gate. And they shut it down after a couple of weeks and refunded everybody and went, all right, you didn't like that, we're going to give you back the original Culling, which they introduced a bunch of microtransactions and cosmetic stuff into, rebooted it and closed it down last year. So it lasted about maybe another 6 months, maybe 9 months, something like that, before they closed it down. And on Tuesday this week, they were like, hey, we got a YouTube video for you. And it's this dude who is their, I guess, director of operations, their studio head, this Monroe Boswell looking motherfucker, who's just staring dead-eyed at you into the camera, and he's like, you've been asking for it, so we're bringing The Culling back. Here's our new monetization model. And it's so their monetization idea was you pay $6 for the game, you get it for free if you've already played it before, and for that $6, you get one match a day. And if you don't win that match, you gotta pay for every other match you play. So it was you could buy packs of tokens, or I think they also had a subscription, a monthly subscription option. But the basic idea of it was, if you don't win, because if you win, you get another token, but if you don't win, you gotta pay for more matches, which is both the stupidest model you could possibly have for a battle royale game that had died 3 times already because nobody was playing it, and also just it sets off alarm bells, right? Because it's oh shit, this is probably not going to work, but if it does, you can see how like every AAA publisher is going to jump on this because they kind of don't have their big evil thing that they can like milk money out of people right now. That loot boxes have like become such a like landmine for them.
Mm-hmm.
And so they launched the culling again to massively negative response, and then they were like, we'll give you 10 free games a day, how about that? Which then is like,
what's the point of
who's like who's playing like 10 games of a battle royale a day unless they're like a streamer or a content creator, right? Which then it's like, now there's no reason to pay any money because you've taken cosmetics away, and apparently also took away all the cosmetics people had already purchased from you. Yeah, and so now you have like no good reason to put money into it. And then there were so few people paying at launch or playing at launch that apparently they've upped it now to 25 a day. So it's like, yeah, like if you go onto their like Twitter account and you like look through some of the replies, people are like, "Oh, I got 25 when I booted the game up," and it's like, so you came up with the worst monetization model ever in order to try and get as much money as you could, and then people hated it so much that you've more or less kind of abandoned it now. And also nobody who is playing it can get into a game with anything but bots because there's like literally 4 or 5 people worldwide playing this game now. So like, great. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like a week ago we had like the Cooking Mama stuff, and we were like, this is the easiest what the fuck winner like we could ever have at the end of the year. But this is just like unreal.
So the culling Twitter is really incredible right now, I have to say. So first of all, the pinned tweet is them announcing the remake of the first game shutting down with the title "It's been a wild ride," and it links to a 404 page that they've deleted. And then all of the tweets on there are them retweeting someone who appears to be a developer for the game, posting like, I think so, GIFs, and saying that they're eating tuna or something like that for like 7 things, which I don't know if that's a joke, but
I think it is.
That being like the only thing that they've posted or whatever, and then like it just came out, is really incredible.
Well, they posted it on their like developer page on Twitter.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and that has like hundreds of replies, if not thousands by this point, of people just like dunking on them for this being the worst fucking idea they could ever possibly have had.
God.
And it's just like so brazen, right? Like that they decided to like get their studio head in front of a camera and just like, because like you watch this fucker and like you can tell that he knows that this is bullshit and that he's really like trying to scam you here, like, you know,
like you asked for it.
Yeah, and he like looks like he's about to cry. He's just dead-eyed staring into the camera. His voice is like wavering. And he like, I think there's a point in the video where he's like, "So yeah, it's coming back. We know this is maybe not how you expected it, but it's back." And you're just like, yeah, sure, you had like 20 people over the last year begging you to bring this game back, and now it's a failure again for the 4th time. And you like did everything you could possibly do to ensure this never had a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, I think the biggest thing. Like, this is why, like, that's why people are like, I mean, people would be mad anyway because it's a fucking disgusting predatory business model, but like, it already died 3 times, dog. Like, it ain't working. It ain't ever gonna work. And putting up more barriers to getting players in when there's already PUBG and Fortnite and Apex and Warzone, and it's like, come the fuck on. Like I almost want to be like, to like send an email to them and be like, "Hey, next time you're making a business decision, email me and I'll tell you if it's a good one or something." Like I can just imagine the Zoom meeting where this fucker was like, "Okay, here's what we're doing," and just every like developer working there, because it's like a medium-ish size studio. They're the people who made Lictum Battle Mage and a few other things. So they've had some moderate successes, and like I could just imagine like hearing that and be as an employee and being like, oh god, I gotta get my like resume polished. Like they're gonna put us out of business at like the worst possible time. Like this is because like this is such a fucking risky financial move to make
right now
on the verge of like the worst economic collapse in living memory, probably. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
God.
What a time.
Like, why even exist? Why does it even exist? I don't get it. Like, you'd think they would try to make something like Lictum Battle Mage again or something like that. Like, I don't...
It's because like 20 people like kept asking them to bring it back, so they're doing it now, and it's like, you never had that big a player base to begin with. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Because like you're only going to drive more people off each time you try and fail this, right? Like, if the thing couldn't sustain itself 3 times already, how many people can there possibly be that are willing to like even give this a shot? And then those people who are coming back to it being like, oh, all the stuff I paid money for the last time, cosmetic wise, is gone now. Like, I don't know. Like, it's some of the worst business decision I've ever seen, like, in a video game. It's unreal. And it's a bad game too. I played it once. Yeah. It's bad.
Of course, yeah. No,
I mean that was the big thing. 2 years ago.
That was the big thing about like what killed it, was like people liked the Culling One's original conceit, and then it was just like,
yeah,
oh, it like they like, I think one day they were like, we're making things better, and like changed how the melee worked and made it like incredibly overpowered and horrible and never fixed it.
Yeah.
And then like they were just like, everyone was like, are you gonna fix it? And they were like, here's the Culling 2, which was just PUBG. And then it's like, okay, are you going to fix this one too, or like, are you gonna bring back? And then it's like, no, here's the Culling 1 again, and it has all the same. We're like, fucking what? What's going on? Like, why?
Yeah. It's baffling. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, why would you even do it again? Like, I'm just like waiting for the tweet now where they're like, we're shutting the servers down, like, because it's coming like any day now already.
What a time.
What a time.
So I guess to touch back on the fighting games, just real quick, Guilty Gear Strive was delayed to 2021.
Not a surprise.
Nope. Yeah, I'll just read their statement here from Takeshi Yamanaka, who's the producer. Said, while our company staff and our business partners are putting in a sincere effort in dealing with the changes due to the spread of COVID, every aspect of our development schedule has faced delays. In addition, we've decided to set up a schedule to further improve the quality of the game, responding to everyone's help and feedback from the recent beta test. We apologize sincerely to everyone who's been anticipating the game with keenest excitement. Ourselves, we are dedicated to bringing you a new Guilty Gear game that will satisfy all of our fans. Please be assured that we will make good use of that extra time to do this. I mean, obviously, things are tough. There's remote work and all that, but honestly, I would not be surprised if this was just kind of a blessing in disguise for them, so they could just work on a lot of stuff that people were complaining about, because that game was rough.
Yeah, just like even seeing screenshots posted like early in that beta, like in our staff channel, I was like, this is the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen. It's like real it was rough. So visually like messy and busy that like you couldn't even tell what was happening.
Yeah. They're gonna need to do a lot of work on that, but
sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah, I hope it turns out well, because Guilty Gear's cool.
No, they better put RAM in there.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Jacko. Because I got the character I really want to play as, but now my simp mind is just wants Jacko Valentine.
Is Jacko the pirate girl, or am I thinking of
No,
someone
that's
else?
May.
That's May.
And she's
May's
already
already
in
in.
there, yeah.
Jacko's the girl that is like Halloween themed from
Okay,
Exard.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I guess real quick, I will talk about I'll talk about something that happened on Twitter that was really weird, and I just kind of want to bring this up because it was fucked up.
Okay.
So to continue talking about fighting games, the official Sam Show Twitter account got into some friggin' hot water this past week. Because one of the new DLC characters, one of the new DLC characters, Iroha, I want to say
Iroha.
Iroha, yeah, was added. She is one of the more popular requested characters because she's a big titty maid lady who's extremely subservient, and her whole thing it's based on a Japanese folklore tale about a crane that turns into a woman to serve a man who rescues it from dying. And it is a Japanese tale. It is part of the whatever, but it's also just extremely horny and it's a bit much. And so the official Sam Show account was posting about like everyone being horny about her and posting screenshots from 4chan of people like arguing over her and all that shit. And it was just a really rough thing. Like they explicitly said like we are all horny on main today. And there were a couple of women in the FGC that took a problem with it, and they were like really reasonable about it. They were like, look, like I'm not going to name names, obviously, but one of the women was like, I don't even dislike Iroha, like I just dislike that there is an official like game Twitter that is like hyping up people that are just in it for the TNA and don't even actually care about the game. Because, like, they don't mean it in a gatekeeping way, and like, oh, you're not good at the game, so don't even talk. It was just like it was very much just like the right-wing people coming in and being like, oh, you're just trying to censor her. And it's like, no, we just don't want the Twitter account to be bringing in you creeps, and that's absolutely what happened. And, like, women got harassed because of it. And like a day later, the Sam Show Twitter account had their like, we deleted these tweets, they were very unprofessional, all that. Like someone at SNK yelled at the guy who was running it, obviously. But it was very dumb. It was very, very dumb. And that just like just goes to show that you have to be really careful when you're with how you're interacting with fans, because you can very easily rile up the wrong side of your fan base and invite people who aren't even in your fan base to defend something stupid. It's dumb. It's real dumb. I don't even know anyone who plays Sam Show anymore.
Yeah.
That game was alright.
I mean, it kind of crashed and burnt, which was a bit of a shame, because it's like it's not a poorly playing game. They just didn't really push it very hard, and it doesn't have great netcode.
No, like I bought it when it came out and couldn't get a single match on day one, and I was like, all right, I guess I'm not playing this anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's a bummer, but also, what are you gonna do? Sell a horny maid girl to try to get people in. It won't work. Because they're not actually going to play the game. Let's see here. There's some other stuff. People are pissed at Doom because they added Denuvo to the PC version.
Yeah, that's such a weird fucking move. Like, adding DRM like 2 months after a game comes out. Yeah, like when it's already had a chance to be cracked wide open by anyone who's going to do that. Like, it's, I don't know, it's just such a stupid move, right? Because
it doesn't seem like it's explicitly to prevent piracy. It is anti-cheat, but that's like
sure.
fair. Well, the thing is that like not even that many people are even playing the multiplayer. Like people are buying that game for the single player. What's the big deal about that?
Yeah, I don't know anybody who I have seen like praise Doom's multiplayer. Like it seems fine,
I
but
played a
like
little bit of it. It was fine, but it's like nowhere near as polished and interesting as the single player.
Yeah, and I feel like there's better DRM like you can put in for anti-cheat stuff, right? Like easy anti-cheat doesn't seem to have as big a performance hit as the Nuvo usually does, at least in my experience. So like I don't know why you wouldn't put that in. Like I don't know why of all things you'd put in Denuvo, which is like notorious for performance issues and like causing, overheating and like all this bullshit. Like I just don't understand. And I don't understand why you would do it now, like the game came out 2 fucking months ago.
Like, and it's also the anti-cheat specifically has kernel level privileges.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so it means like it's basically malware. It's the same thing that's going on with Valorant, like that people are mad about. Like it's crazy that they would just add this. Like I saw a lot of people just being like, I'm trying to like refund this. Let's see if it happens now because I straight up can't play it. Because like it also causes, like you said, like the hardware problems. Like a lot of people just can't boot the game now because of it.
Yeah.
Like, and it's for the multiplayer too, which is like, yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Like Doom's multiplayer isn't a competitive thing. Well, it's not a competitive thing in the sense that like there's never going to be an esports for Doom Eternal multiplayer. Like it's an asymmetrical, like weird thing. Like it just doesn't make sense for it to have this. It's just I don't know. It just seems like a bad, baffling decision to make. Like it almost feels like because there's a community of people that if they hear Denuvo's in a game, they're just gonna like get real mad online about it and threaten not to buy it. So I don't know if they maybe wanted to appease those people and get them like out of the ecosystem early or what. I don't fucking know. But I can't see any good reason to put it in now.
Yeah.
They are adding other stuff with this update, though. Not just bad anti-cheat. They are changing things to the battle mode tutorial. They are adding poor network connection indicators, which something that a lot of games seem to be trying to do. Like Skullgirls is Skullgirls just added that, and they even added an indicator if someone is playing on Wi-Fi instead of wired, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm playing DOA or whatever and I see Wi-Fi, I skip past that person. So like I've heard things about people being real mad at Skullgirls for it, being like, "No, my Wi-Fi is really good. I'm complaining. I'm gonna fucking try and get this refunded now or whatever." Like, fuck off. Like,
yeah, okay, the $1.50 that you paid for Skullgirls, okay.
Yeah.
And they're also adding those empowered demons that they talked about, which were I think they're demons that killed other players in the single player. They appear in your single player, and if you kill them, you get bonus experience and ammo and all that. So, little cute little things. They also mentioned that they're going to be adding those invasions soon, which is like when someone can join in as a demon. They didn't say when that was going to get added. And then they also added a little teaser for the DLC campaign, which, I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I really want more of that game. Like, that game is pretty good, but I don't need more of it, so I will probably skip out on that. Okay. Let's see here. Two more things. Mafia Trilogy. If you enjoy those Mafia games, there's going to be they're saying it's a remaster, but it does seem like this might straight up be like a remake of at least the first two.
It's a remake of the first one, just the first
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and then a remaster of 2 and 3. It doesn't really seem like they're going to be doing too much 2-3 because like
They
Or
should.
Yeah, they're not doing much to 2 either. Really, it just seems like a light touch up, like from you'd expect. Like the thing that's
Sure.
been going around is people like sharing screenshots of the Mafia 1 remake next to the Mafia 2
Mhm.
remaster, and it's like, ugh. Like this is gonna be
Yeah.
real rough because like Mafia 3 will look fine, Mafia 1 remaster
Yeah.
will look great, and then Mafia 2 will look like a 360 game.
Yeah.
And Mafia
I
2 is
mean-
probably the best one, is the thing.
Yeah, I mean, Mafia 3 review on the website, but not a very good video game at all. Like, the most, like we were talking about earlier, like,
Oh yeah.
you want a bland open world. You want an open world with literally fucking nothing going on or nothing to do.
Mhm.
Mafia 3 is your game, I guess. Like, God, that game has, like, some really neat ideas about how to tell a story in like an open world game, and absolutely fucking nothing going on in the whole,
Mhm.
like, what a fucking bummer of a video game that is. Like,
Totally. But who knows? Maybe it'll be better the next time around.
yeah,
We'll see
yeah.
when that stuff starts dropping. And we got one more thing. Nintendo dropped a trailer for a brand new Paper Mario game. Paper Mario, the Origami King.
I don't trust like that.
Yeah, so I guess I'll run through what is in it first here. So it's dropping July 17th, which is the day before my birthday. So
Wait, I
Wow.
didn't know that quick. What the fuck? Wow.
yeah, so apparently I think some people who like data mine the eShop figured out that, because I guess Nintendo will like upload a game when it's done or whatever. I guess the game is like
On
there are
there.
files for this
Oh, wow.
game already on the eShop. So it's been done. It seems like they're just like gonna like market it for a bit and maybe like see if there's anything they have to patch.
Mhm.
But so yeah, there's a new villain, King Ollie, who is an origami villain. And he has captured Princess Peach and turned her into an origami paper villain. Yeah, she's like evil in this one. She says some like real hardcore shit in this trailer here. Like when she comes out to Mario, she says as the origami, she says will you crease yourself and be reborn like me? She's real hardcore. And so King Ollie has taken Bowser's army and folded up Bowser into like a little cube. So Bowser's teamed up with you. He's all folded up though, and you're also traveling with Olivia, who is Ollie's sister. And you're gonna go take him down. That's a new mission. Mario has a new power called the 1,000-fold arms, where he just gets really long, stretchy arms to do stuff. And nobody can really tell if there are partners in this game. There might be, there might not be. I don't know. There's also some kind of weird ring-based battle system where, like, as you're fighting, there's like the enemies would be on different rings, and you can turn them to like line the enemies up. They didn't really explain that. Like, I don't really know why they're doing that, because that seems kind of stupid. Because like, why wouldn't you just line the characters up? Unless there's certain items that like, oh, this one lands, in the inner ring to your right, and this one lands to your left, or like I don't know. That seems a little weird. We need to see more of this game. Like I feel like this was okay for like a quick teaser, and for something that's coming out in 2 months, they're really gonna have to push this hard for anyone to know what the hell is going on before they buy it. Because again, like we don't know what the hell's up with the battles. We don't know if there's partners. There were some like there was like a scene with like a Babam sitting there. And like later on, I think the Babam is like walking around with Mario, so maybe it's a partner. They're not like they aren't like different colors or like dressed up in anything like partners usually are in old Paper Mario games. Because in those games, it would be like, yeah, you got like Bombette, she's pink, she's got a person, she's not just like a black Bob-Bomb. like Lady Bo is a boo, but she had a bow. Like you have little things changed to those characters that make them stand out a little bit, and it doesn't seem like they're doing that. It seems like if they're going to be doing anything, they will be normal ass Mario villains, but they will be on your side. Like it will just be a Bob-omb that is your partner instead of like a specific Bob-omb, which is not what people want. But it's better than nothing, maybe?
We'll see about that, because I would say that nothing is better than Sticker Star or the other one.
I feel like some people enjoyed Color Splash.
People enjoyed the writing in Color Splash. The gameplay was even worse than Sticker Star.
I mean, if the combat's okay in this game and the writing is as good as Color Splash, it could be like okay. It won't be like Thousand Year Door level.
Like, why can't it be that though? When will they put Miyamoto out in the pasture?
Is he still making them a lot of money?
Is he? I feel like other people are. I feel like the Animal Crossing team's the money team, and he has nothing to do with that. Like Splatoon and that? Like Zelda? He didn't do anything for Zelda. That was all, not even Aonuma did that, really. It was I forget what their name is.
Well, I don't know.
Listen, all I'm saying is that they made 2 back-to-back banger Paper Mario games and then fucked up forever, so I don't know what happened.
Super Paper Mario was okay.
Again, that's the thing, though. It wasn't a banger. Like, you play Paper Mario? Great game. Like, novel, imaginative, great. Play the second one?
I haven't actually played Thousand Year Door. I played a little bit of the first one.
Thousand Year Door, like, they stepped it up all the way. It's great. It's just so good.
I would love to play Thousand Year Door if it was like readily available and it wasn't really expensive on GameCube, and also if GameCube emulation wasn't an absolute pain in the... Well, actually...
now it's fine for you. Well, but like... Like, what fucking happened? Like, why did they fuck up so much? I think, like, I actually, like, my friend was saying this yesterday, but, like, man, it's totally because they started, like, they'd like removed all of the characterization from like all of the partners and stuff, and like had to like they started going like all like Disney style, like the bomb has to look like this, a Goomba has to look like this stuff, and like also focusing on it being paper, which is like something the first 2 games barely do. Like they do it from a gameplay sense, but not from like a story sense, like they are with this too. And Color Splash?
Yeah, like it was part of the art style, but now it's like, hey everybody, listen, they're made of paper.
Yeah.
Do you get it? You can fold them up. They never did that in the old games.
Yeah, and then that's all they do now. Like straight up, ever since Super Paper Mario, that's all they've been doing. And it's like, I don't know, can't you just like tell an RPG that has this cute art style? Why does it have to be like this?
Yeah.
Paper Mario Thousand Year Door.
They were doing that with like the Yarn Yoshi thing too, where it's like, God, we have to make everything like a shoebox because it's in the yarn. And I mean, it looks nice, but also it's like you don't have to keep like harping on that. Just
like
use the art style.
All they do now is like make a giant fan appear and then blows everyone away. Whereas like Thousand Year Door, yeah, that's what they do. Thousand Year Door is like.
Right. I'm laughing because it's so true. Like,
yeah, that's all they do now. And then
oh my God.
Thousand Year Door, back to back, in that game, has 2 arcs that are a wrestling arc, where Mario has to become the Great Gonzalez, and then a murder mystery on a train. Like, you wouldn't see that anymore. Sticker Star sucks ass. Played all of it.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Sticker Star's really bad. All right, well, that's it for the news. Yeah, like I said, a lot of news this week.
Yeah.
Packed time. And I mean, if Keighley has his way, it might continue. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how spread out this is going to be, but we'll see what happens. And I mean, who knows when Nintendo's going to announce stuff? There's all these rumors that this Paper Mario announcement was going to be in this like Mario focused direct that was supposed to happen, and now they're just going to be like revealing those trailers. So maybe they're going to spread that out. Maybe next week we'll hear about that Mario Collection or that Mario 3D World port. And hell, there's even I think it's Jeff Grubb, I think, who's been leaking a lot of stuff recently.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much just said, "Oh, Pikmin 3 for the Switch, it's done. They're just like sitting on it. They're gonna release it in like a couple of weeks." So where was that? When are they gonna announce that? You know, like, I don't know. Are they just gonna drop that, or is this gonna be like Pikmin 3 is available now? That's gonna be a bit much. But I mean, like, who knows? What are they doing? What's anyone doing? Obviously, it's mixed up because of the virus, but also like, I don't know. I mean, I think it's fucking crazy that they announced a new Paper Mario like 2 months before it comes out. That's a lot. that's wild.
That shows me their confidence in it, to be honest. That's how I feel
Yeah,
about it.
it
Like,
I guess so. I mean, again, maybe that Mario Direct was supposed to be like way earlier. Maybe it was supposed to be in like February or something, and then they just couldn't do it. Who knows? Nobody knows. All right, well, y'all ready for questions?
Let's do it.
Okay, if you want to send in a question, it's videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. Shoeless asks, "Uh-oh, Duke Nukem crashed on your couch last night after a drunken bender, and now he won't leave. How do you get him out of your house without hurting his feelings?" I think if you just, like... You could probably just, like, put, like, pieces of bacon, like, on a trail out of your home. He'll just walk out. He'd be like, "Oh, epic bacon." Just, like, eat it.
My idea was you just leave. Like, you leave and you leave him there, and then he'll eventually... Yeah, like, he'll eventually just be like, "Oh, fuck," and, like, freak out and leave, and then you can go back in safely.
No, he's like a dog. He'll just, like, sit there and wait for you to come back.
You think so?
Yeah, he'd be like, "Where'd you go?"
But he's always
like,
running around and opening doors and stuff.
Would that be worth it then? He'd like open up all your drawers and like throw everything around on the floor.
I don't know. He can't pick up anything unless it's a gun, so it's fine.
He can pick up like steroids and.
Well, good thing I don't have any. It's fine.
He can pick up poo, so like if he takes a shit, like, you know.
He'll clean up after himself at least.
Just holding it, just going like, "Why am I doing this?"
He'll come home and he's just got game. I don't know why me thinking that Duke Nukem has like no object permanence like a dog is extremely funny. He's like, just, you go outside for 5 minutes, you come back in, he's like, "I thought you would never come home. I thought you were gone forever." I mean, if you just tell him like a babe is waiting for him outside, he'd be like, "Oh shit," and he'd run outside and you could just lock the door, and he'd just like stand there like, "I'm sure she'll be around soon."
Yeah, just tell him there's like some babes at McDonald's or whatever, and he'll just.
Oh God. All right. Anonymous asks, this is a strange question because this already happened. They asked which video game properties will make the leap to, or will video game properties ever make the leap to become the basis for streaming TV series, and who will do it first? We already got Castlevania.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did.
And they're making the Zelda one, right?
Yeah.
That's been rumored for ages.
I thought it was official.
No,
like last year?
No, that team, they said they're doing the Devil May Cry one, which is also going to be animated.
I forgot about that.
And then they're doing some kind of Resident Evil thing, which I don't know if it's going to be live action or not. Yeah.
I think the Resident Evil one is supposedly live action.
Yeah.
Good. Wait, no, not good.
I mean, good.
No, I'm saying it's not going to be the man.
Yeah, it's not. It's not going to have Mila Jovovich and Paul W.S. Anderson involved. So.
Yeah. So why bother?
Yeah, why bother? Honestly. God, they're making Monster Hunter. He's directing that. She's starring in that. I'm very excited to see.
Yeah, excited.
I mean, the Resident Evil movies are unquestionably the finest artistic achievement in human history. So, Monster Hunter, it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna make me care about Monster Hunter.
Oh God.
And last question. Didn't get too many, but that's okay. Again, send them to videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. Doesn't have to be right when we're recording. Anytime. We'll save them. Anonymous asks, what level of character customization do you think we'll see in No More Heroes 3? Will Travis finally be able to wear a hat? I think it's just going to be how it was like in No More Heroes 2, where, you know, you can like just do his clothes. Like I would hope that, you know, you get all the different t-shirts. I'd want to get different colored jackets and shades and gloves and pants and shoes. I don't think he can wear a hat. Travis Touchdown seems extremely married to that faux hawk of his. I think if he wore a hat and squished that down, he'd be pissed. I don't think there would be it. There's no hats.
He has his like fake normal person appearance in one of those trailers, right?
Yeah, he's got like the disguise. Maybe he'll wear a hat when he's wearing the disguise, but definitely not while he's in his full attire and his otaku outfit. I don't know. I think we should maybe there should be more just like completely out there costumes. You know, like I'd be down for him like wearing like cosplay of different Suda characters. You know, I'd want like just have him dress up as Mondo Zappa. You know, or like have him wearing like Garcia Hotspur's jacket.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want.
Give him the cheerleader outfit from Lollipop Chainsaw. I could see them doing like a bunch of different equipable jack-off taunts or something like that for his beam katana. Like
that's pretty good.
Different poses.
I mean, he does like different ones depending on which beam katana he's using, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, hell, in No More Heroes 2, he had like he dual wielded, so he was double fisting it there.
God.
I'm gonna make a prediction. This is just making me think about this. I'm gonna predict. I think that there's going to be multiple playable characters in 3. I think you're going to be able to play as like those characters. Like I talked about, Travis should cosplay those characters. Now, I bet you can straight up play as Garcia Hotspur in that game. I bet you could play as Uncle Death. That's my prediction, because Suda kept talking about, no, this is going to be the Avengers of the Sudaverse. I think if it's really going to be the Avengers of the Sudaverse, you got to be able to play as those characters.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I could see that. Travis would definitely be the main character, but I could see like a level where you play as like, I don't know, like fucking, I don't even remember the guy's name from Killer 7, but the guy from Killer 7 was like an H name, Horatio, I don't know, but yeah, all those characters, you gotta bring them all back, baby, it's time. Kill the past. There you go. That should do it for this week's show, everybody. Good time was had by all. Folks, if you want to support us, you can follow us on Twitter at VGChoochoo. Go to Tumblr, tumblr.com. No. videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. This is where you send asks. But you don't have to put the slash if you just want to follow us. It's just videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com. We got our Twitch, twitch.tv/VGChoochoo. We're streaming. I think Scott's going to be doing the wrestling, the Choochamania this Sunday. So probably around the time you listen to this, Scott's going to be prepping for that. So go check that out, and then we'll probably have that VOD up not too long afterwards. We will, we'll keep hanging out in the gamezone.zone. Type that into a web browser and bring it there. That's our Discord server. What else do we have? Solon just posted a video. Solon has returned to editing video. Solon is back, made a video review, a 20-minute long video review of Trials of Mana. It's a really good review. Really,
it is. It's great.
Yeah, so go check that out. It's Solon's hard drive crashed while he was making it. Yeah. So I think you should give it a good gander. Just because of that. I mean, not just because of that, but at the very least, help him out a little bit. Give him some love. And if you like that kind of stuff, go to patreon.com/VGCC to support us. It's just $3 a month, and you get Scott and Solon doing Sekiro, all modded, all wild, the craziest shit possible going on in those videos. We got Rose and I doing Chuchigatsu Unlimited Train Works with Elvie, where we talk about anime. And don't you worry, folks. I know I've said it a couple of times, but Rose and I are going to be doing our Doom 64 Let's Play very soon. That's another thing that you're going to be paying for. So look forward to that. That's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see that game. Honestly, I can't wait for us to do it because I just want to play Doom 64 because I can't spoil it for myself. So
It's a good game. It's a good game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. We also put up the second half of the the second part of the Final Fantasy VII remake spoiler cast, the big part of it, the 3 hours of talking about the story for that thing. So that's up. It's on this feed. So if you haven't listened to it yet and you've played the game, we would really appreciate it if you listened to it, because we spent all night recording it that day, and it was a lot of good discussion. I feel like, yeah, it was fun. That's me and Rose and Solon and Chris and Scott. So please give that a listen. Yeah.
And of course, to round it off, thank you, Melt Channel / Magic Circuit.
Magic Circuit.
Yes. Melt Channel / Magic Circuit for a theme song Crush off of the album Magic Surreal. If you want to listen to their old stuff, it's meltchannel.bandcamp.com. For their new stuff, just look up Magic Circuit on Spotify. I know they're working on new stuff. I know they got some new stuff coming up. So you're going to want to follow them on there. Make sure you're ready. Maybe I'll add some more of their songs to the Chooch communal playlist, which you probably won't even hear them because there's still 150 hours of music in there.
Yeah.
But it'll be in there. That should be it. Y'all should plug your shit. Rose, how about you? What's up with you? What do you want to plug?
I guess just our Final Fantasy XIV podcast had another episode after half a year or something. More than that, probably.
Yeah.
So if you want to go check that out, it covers everything that's happened since the expansion launched, pretty much. Yeah, it's me and Spencer.
Niall, how about you?
I also do a podcast with Ryan, who used to work on this site, and now he does his emoji stuff. But we do Borat Club, where we watch Borat and review it every week. We've done it 27 times now. So if you want to hear us talk about whether or not Borat dies at the end of Borat, please listen to Borat Club. It's bad, and we hate doing it. So.
Yeah, I'm listening to your newest episode, and y'all sound really strained.
Who would have thought watching Borat 27 times?
Man, that shit that you found was really something.
It really was.
It was. Boy. Yeah.
And of course, you can follow me on Twitter at JOHN_MICHONSKI. You'll see me posting about everything that I do every day, which is mostly just watching really bad videos and complaining about the price of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which, that's the kind of shit that is important in 2020. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back next week with another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. So long.